After crossing the Pacific in 13 days, we arrived in Nuku Hiva and were able to film all our friends coming in after the crossing. After hurrying for a couple of weeks, we did actually 4,600 miles from Aruba to Nuku Hiva, all constantly in a hurry. We had to get used to the slow life again, and we were really enjoying Nuku Hiva. The hike to the waterfall was actually one of the highlights. It was beautiful.
4 kilometers towards the waterfall. We went to Hawaii this morning to check something about the furler with Rafael. He even helped us on Sunday, really nice. Probably better with the Solent than with the Code Zero. It's within the limit now, but it's going to be over the limit. There's already 19 appearance. So if the true wind is going to be 18 as forecasted, then it's too much for the Code Zero.
It's only 25 miles from Nuku Hiva to Ua Pou.
So it's a bit against Endless Joy and Inky Blue are following this to Ua Pou. I want to tighten the leech of the sail, so stop flapping. See, much better.
It is nice to sail together in a group. We have a lot of fun together. We help each other when there's something wrong on the boat. On the other hand, the small bays in Marquesas are a little bit too small for all the boats, so everybody has to do a back anchor also, and that gave us some trouble. Yeah, we are absolutely not a fan of a back anchor because we prefer to be with the nose in the wind. And with a back anchor and a little bit of swell in the bay, you're constantly going back and forward. You can hardly stand up straight in the boat. Outremers asked us to check whether the forestay is still fixed as it should. We didn't think that was the case, but we still wanted to check. In the end, the forestay was completely fine, but we had 5 hours of work to make everything ready again.
Excellent work, Jay.
Under the force phase.
Later on, they sent us a picture of how the bottom of the furling system has to be, and we think we don't have this purple thing that has to be on the end. We have to check that in Tahiti, but in the meantime, that is not a big problem.
$65 miles.
Die is ermee begonnen, hou hem in. Ik heb geen winkels in mijn onderuit. There's a ladder around the corner.
Ua Pou even had a beautiful restaurant halfway the hill where we had some very nice dinners during the night.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Next hike, next waterfall, again 9 kilometers, and then when we return we go to the German chocolate man.
The hike on Ua Pou appeared to be going up 3 hills and down 3 valleys. So it was an interesting walk, but it was beautiful.
We hebben in ieder geval even een home videootje gemaakt.
After the 3 valleys, we arrived in another bay on the island. The school teacher brought us back in a small van.
Yes.
Hey!
Hey! My name is Karin.
Karin,
OTI Transport.
YouTube star!
Say hi!
The airport is not in use anymore, at least not for planes. The only transportation through the air goes via helicopters. On Wednesday there's a party because the ship is coming in. We've never seen a ship like that before. It's partly cruise ship and partly cargo. The whole town is celebrating that. There are dances and barbecues, and the next day the shop is filled again, and this ship is only coming, I think, twice a month. It was a perfect beach, not too steep and pretty good sand. Thomas showed us that with the new wheels we can bring in and out the dinghy just with one person.
Yeah.
It's a real simple system. Aranui is leaving again. We trekken hem weer aan. Rob komt ons al ophalen. So yesterday, directly after the cargo ship left, we had a King's Day celebration on Ningyo, and our line snapped, our stern anchor line, and the boat turned 180 degrees and without hitting them ended up in the other direction. Our anchor is still there in the sand without line, but we tied a little buoy to it to the backside, so it should be easy to get it out, even though it's dug in really good. Well, the stern anchor is still in the water, but it's in the meantime with a couple of tides going over, it's been dug in, well, half a meter, no, it can't be half a meter, but there's only one part in the meantime where, while snorkeling, we were able to get free. Rob from Endless Joy is diving now, but even diving, the visibility is almost zero. And then when we have our anchor back, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other anchors.
So Kingsley just put a line on the anchor with some equipment of Endless Joy, and now these guys are going to try and with force take it out. Careful with this propeller. Oh my god! Ah yeah! There it is! Yahoo! Okay.
Very busy morning.
At least Kingsley's not bored anymore.
He's not bored no more.
So the second anchor is back on board.
In the meantime, Vitia also came into the bay, and Max appeared to be very ill, and he went to the clinic. Later on, they even decided to bring him with the helicopter to Nuku Hiva, and we decided to sail with them and don't let Dorothee go alone with Vitali. So I went together with Dorothee on her boat on Vitia. Mark and Thomas sailed Greatcircle back to Nuku Hiva.
No, it's not too bad. It's 17-18 knots. The waves are a little bit bigger, but the angle is just a little bit better than on the way from Nuku Hiva to Ua Pou. We took one reef now, so we'll go a little bit slower, not a lot. The sail's not really nice because we are still missing that batten. Huh?
Yeah, it's fun for once.
Without the captain everything is easier, or? Not everything.
No, but there's less debating.
Less debate.
Everybody was very worried about the cicatera disease that you can get from eating fish from corals. It appeared it was not that. It appeared it was a bacteria from urine of rats. You can get that from, for instance, from drinking out of a can or picking up fruit from the ground. Finally! Are we going back to Nuku Hiva now? Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo! Luckily, Max went better and was released from the hospital. From the other side. In the next episode, we are continuing to Ua and Tawata. We will swim with manta rays. It will be fantastic.
Go easy.